Good morning and welcome to, I think, is leg 22 now of the Heart of England Way. We are starting a bit back to front today. We're starting at the end in the Roman town of Alcester, and then we are doing the return loop up to Spaniel Lane, where we'll pick up the marked Heart of England Way trail and then take that back into Alcester. Now the return loop takes us through the park, the town park, you can see behind me, alongside the River Arrow, where the dogs have already been enjoying a little cool down. And we'll head up past Coughton Court, which is currently a National Trust property, but the Throckmorton family who own it still live there and are actually going to take over the running of it soon. And then loop on a sort of byway back to Spaniel Lane before we rejoin the way. Just crossed this road on the edge of the industrial estate in Alcester. We've come up that side of the arrow, and now we're going to carry on down this side of the arrow. Danny! This is part of the Heart of England Way Forest project. No, not Heart of England Way, Heart of England Forest project, which is funded by money from the estate of the late publisher. I'm going to say his name's Dennis. I will double check and put it on the screen. There's quite a few areas around here of new trees being planted to hopefully link up more sections of existing forest, woodland really. But they've all got public access, they've all got public footpaths going through them. They'll be fabulous when these trees mature, aren't they? Across the field, keeping away from the bull, who is very placid, he's on his own luckily. And now we're just heading onto this lane that's going to take us towards Coughton Court and the village of Coughton down there. So that is Coughton Court. It's just beyond those hedges, if you fancy a visit. If you were getting, you can just walk down this road into the village of Coughton, up the main road, and you can head to the Throckmorton Arms for a drink. So the ford is behind us now. We've just left the ford. Dogs, it's one of the favourite places for Bailey to go swimming, and he's definitely taught Danny the joys of swimming. So we're now heading on to this, it's about 1.5 kilometres, a fairly long stretch of byway. So it's not a road, but obviously vehicles do have access on it, and very occasionally you might meet a 4x4, maybe a motorbike on it, certainly probably cyclists. And when we get to the end of this, we will be on Spaniel Lane and back on the Heart of England Way. Just up ahead is Spaniel Lane, and we are going to rejoin the Heart of England Way and head back to Alcester. This is nice. So that long byway that we walked on was a little bit boring. Then obviously we had to work down Spaniel Lane, so it's nice to be back on the Heart of England Way. Little stickers. Dogs are happy too. The path's still very well marked, even though it's not overgrown, but there's a lot of growth and greenery either side of it. The skies have cleared. Beautiful day. Well, you might have guessed where those two are. Pond. So once we get over the brow of this hill, we'll be able to see the town of Alcester. This is not too long a walk today. I think it's about 10 and a bit kilometres, so 6 and a bit miles I guess. I'd love to hear in the comments if any of you have walked parts of the Heart of England Way, or you might try this route, or if you've walked maybe the Monarch's Way, which obviously we have sort of joined up with just for this little part, which is that incredibly long route following the route of King Charles when he was escaping from the Roundhead army, Oliver Cromwell's army. I mean, this is a really easy route to navigate, and it's pretty beautiful. So that is the industrial estate in Alcester, which obviously we crossed the road at the far end of that estate on the start of our walk. little bit overgrown there. Right, no sheep in this field today. Trig point. Can you reach the trig point? Once we get through this little wooded copse, we'll be on to Coughton Hill, which is the road that runs into the, I'm going to say it's the north of Ulster. I would have to double check my directions, but it's the road that comes in from Great All and Henley and Arden, that direction. So the boys will need to go back on their leads then, and then we'll walk back down to where the car is. So the wind's picked up, so I hope you'll be able to hear me. I hope the microphone is going to pick this up, but I hope you've really enjoyed this leg. It's not too long, it's not hilly, easy to navigate, so please get out and try it. GPX file will be in the description as usual. And the next leg, we start from the town of Ulster itself. So on the next leg I'll film a little bit about the historic buildings so you can see those. And we will be then heading south to Bidford-on-Avon. But for now, thank you very much for watching and joining me and the dogs, and hope you've enjoyed the Heart of England Way. So this is Coughton Hill. Oh, hold on, Danny. We're just literally going to walk down this road. I won't film it, it's not terribly exciting. Not very far, back to the car.